What's going on, Pokemon Go trainers? Welcome to episode 55 of Lured Up, the podcast where we take Pokemon Go way more seriously than we do ourselves. Today is Sunday, November 18th, 2018. I'm your host, Ken Pescator, the Obsessed, and I'm joined by my co-hosts, the Professor Adam Tuttle and the Internet, Melissa Pescator.
Hello, friends.
Hi, guys. What's going on? What's up, y'all? What's
the
up,
filthy
y'all?
casual.
Not too much, just chilling out.
Filthy casual.
You know? It's been a good day.
It's like, hi, how are you guys doing? Filthy casual. I don't know. Adam's wearing a Team Instinct shirt, and my eyes are bleeding for some reason.
I actually almost threw up in my mouth, and I was just insisting to him that he needs to take it off and
burn that shirt.
Burn that shirt.
I answered the call, and I'm just like, I had my chest like right to the cam. I was just like, David,
and I was just like,
I don't know. All of a sudden, I ate an entire jar of glue. I don't know why. I saw the shirt. I just started eating glue.
I started eating Tide Pods.
Oh, yes.
To the pods.
A little bit of housekeeping real quick. This podcast is powered by Patreon. Please check ours out.
Patreon.
Over on patreon.com/gottawatchemall, where you can support this show for as little as $1 a month. And that $1 will get you access to our patron-exclusive Discord, which is a fantastic place filled with fantastic people.
Sure is.
And I want to give a huge shout-out to our show supporter tier patrons, Brittany, Jay, Jessica, Keith, Matt, M. Pitts, Terry, David, Chris, Sydney, and Bacon L. Thank you guys so very much.
You guys are the best.
We appreciate your support.
Love you guys.
Seriously.
So much.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, on today's show,
we're supporters of you
bunch
guys
of shit going on in the game,
us.
like kind of unexpectedly. We this was the big Let's Go week, so we knew that that whole thing was going to be kicking off. But they announced this Hatchathon event, which is like a 2K event, some new boxes in the store. There was an APK mine of 0.127.1, which oddly came out on iOS first for the first time ever. An update hit iOS first before Android, which was weird. The CP rebalance has finally come to all generations, so that has happened. There's some major winners and major losers with this whole rebalance, and we'll talk about what to expect. And I'm sure you've noticed the difference when you're looking at your Pokemon right now. Like I said, Let's Go has been released on November 16th. There was a Let's Go Meltan special research quest that came out in Go, and we'll break that down, and we're going to spoil the shit out of it only because it's for your own good. So if you know what's good for you, just deal with getting spoiled, because you don't want to be caught high and dry, and some of the quests kind of, if you don't know what's coming up, and you could just totally screw yourself, and I want to prevent that. So we'll review it. New field research and raid bosses have kind of gone along with this November bug type / Let's Go celebration thing. We'll review all of that. And then we're going to follow everything up with the Skarmory raid guide and battle party. Skarmory is in tier 3 raids for the first time ever. And it's kind of this oddball, funky Pokemon. And it gets kind of, I don't know, brushed under the rug. It's, there's no evolution for it, but it's a badass looking Pokemon. So in raid boss size, it does look really cool on the screen.
But this is somebody's favorite.
This is someone's favorite Pokemon. They're
I think he's a cool
fucking
Pokemon.
Skarmory. No, like when Skarmory flies around and you see the red under its wings, it's a badass looking Pokemon. It's just
Cooler looking than Gyarados.
She hates Giratina.
Stupid.
She's got six stubby legs.
It's
All right, wait.
stupid.
Let's start with the hatch event. Like the Hatchathon. It sounds like a shitty department store promotion. But so what this whole event is they're if they haven't prepared us for Gen 4 like enough by throwing Kanto in our face over and over and over, they come out with this event where they take a bunch of Kanto and up, so Gen 1 through 3 Pokemon that evolve in Gen 4, and they put them into 2K eggs. So now from 2Ks you can hatch things like Porygon, Rhyhorn, Murkrow, Sneasel. They even put some of the babies in there, Magby, Elekid, which they announced as a shiny, so now that whole Electabuzz line is shiny. And Badoo, the baby Roselia, is also in there, and that could be shiny as well. I did hatch one, but from a 5K, so I'm pretty excited about that. Not a shiny, but I was hoping for something because I've been hatching a shit ton of eggs, with Adventure Sync. So I was hoping that I would get some good stuff. But so they're just preparing us for this Gen 4 onslaught with all these new, evolutions that are coming, and we're going to get to the Sinnoh Stone later in the show. For the first time today, I was putting 2Ks in Super Incubators, and I was like, I don't know how I feel about this. This is kind of like,
Ew.
Just feel great. Because then you can get your
that's
shiny
the whole thing.
Because
You're just not going to
I'm trying to grind on these while they're available because the rates are always higher from the hatches. So I didn't feel good. I felt a little icky afterwards, but I think I went through about a dozen or so 2Ks just this evening when I went to restock in Red Bank today. So I played for about a solid 2 hours and just grinded stops using the Pokeball Plus, which was freaking fantastic, and we'll get to that later too. But I don't know, man. I kind of think that I feel a little bit weird with these egg events because I just, this is directly related to like you have to buy incubators. So this is just kind of a big financial push whenever they do these incubator events. But I guess if you're a newer player and you're hard up for these candy that you're just, looking for these evolutions in Gen 4, this is a great way to do it. And then you're going to have the experienced players that are like, fuck that. I want shiny Elekid or shiny Magby or Togepi, so I'll be, hatching these eggs for that. So I guess, either side of the coin, you can do it. And there was a box sale. It's the typical 40, 50, 60% off stuff, heavy on the incubators. Of course, they put raid passes in there. The box sales have been pretty much the same shit forever. Like 2 box sales ago, they kind of mixed it up and they put incense and star pieces back in. But for the most part, you're talking incubators, lucky eggs, that it's the same shit every freaking week. So if you want to save 60%, just buy the Ultra Box, call it a day.
I'm 100 coins short of the Ultra Box.
Well, you should walk to the gym tonight, toss someone in there, so that way you can at least 2 days go shoot for 100 coins. You know what I'm saying?
Cold outside.
It's like a 30-second car drive to the freaking.
Yeah. Just use your Jigglypuff scarf.
I do
your hooded scarf.
It is hanging right on the back door.
She
too.
needs multiple layers.
Wearing it the other day.
It was like 34, 35 degrees today, so it was pretty chilly up in Jersey. But Adam, you been hatching any eggs? Any experience with this 2K stuff?
I've hatched a ton of eggs, and I've yet to see shiny Elekid, shiny Magby. I haven't seen Badoo. I did, however, get to do a Buizel raid.
How'd that go?
Nice. I haven't seen one yet.
It was tough. His little tail was like whipping at me, and I was like, man, I don't know if I can do this. Then I started tapping on the screen.
Oh, you got it. I got this. I'm glad.
I was in traffic driving home from work the other day. And I had the game on, and on the nearby at a Starbucks, there was a wild one. I was like, fuck, I had just missed the exit. I was like, damn, if I turned the game on like 1 second earlier, I would have been able to cut everyone off and get off at the exit. I missed it. I was so mad. I was so pissed.
I'm surprised you didn't like put your hazards on, get out of the car, and jump over.
I know. It was also a blizzard, so we kind of got hit with like this out of nowhere blizzard, snowstorm, nor'easter in Jersey, and it was the weirdest thing. I have like a 45, 50 mile fucking commute each way from work, right? So at work, when I left work, we left work early. There was 6 inches of snow on the ground and it was fucking coming down, like accidents everywhere. Couldn't see shit, no visibility. And then I drive home, and by the time I get home, there's no snow on the ground. It's just raining. I was like, yo, Jersey is fucked up, man. This is like the craziest thing. Like, it was literally the roads closed. They shut down like Penn Station in New York City was all fucked. Like kids
we
were
weren't expecting it at all. That's why.
It was on the fucking news for 2 weeks.
Not like that.
Yeah, like I knew it was gonna snow, but I didn't know it was gonna be
heavy.
Like
they didn't know
bad
it was
up
gonna
here.
Be
And like
I
it
knew
was
you were
snowing.
gonna be an asshole, but I didn't know you were gonna be like an
total asshole. Yeah, like a complete asshole.
Yeah, I didn't know you were gonna be the actual hole of the ass. I just thought you were just gonna be an asshole.
Yeah, so it's been cold. So we're definitely in winter mode, and I know Melissa is always looking for ways to play in the cold. Like she needs some gloves.
Actually, Carrie should be knitting me some special gloves.
Oh, that's right. Some fingerless gloves.
Yes. I should have told her to put fingers on the gloves and just leave the thumbs out. Because that's all I really need is the thumb. I got a message.
Right. Carrie, if you're listening,
Carrie,
leave the thumbs off.
Yeah, or add like a little, add a pocket that I can cover my fingers. Yeah, the tips.
Just the tip.
Just the tip.
Oh, shit. All right, let's get into GoHub's APK minus 0.127.1. Now, again, this was weird because it hit iOS first. So from a data miner's perspective,
I downloaded this.
They typically would go after Android because through an APK mirror, you can rip the whole download and put it onto your phone before it hits the Google Store. So when this came out on iOS first, GoHub, Silk Road, and GamePress, like all the people that do the mining, they had to look at it a little bit differently because now they had to attack an iOS file rather than an Android file. But they worked it all out, and the theme of this one was clearly Let's Go. There was a ton of good shit in here, though. Most importantly, the Wonder Box and Meltan and all that stuff is in here. I do want to talk about the Wonder Box real quick. I don't want to get too deep into Let's Go. We're going to cover that in detail on the other podcast, on the Gotta Watch 'Em All podcast. If you want this mystery box, you need to have that connectivity to Let's Go, right? So Fuchsia City is where you can actually unlock Pokemon Go Park in Let's Go. Now, this is 15 to 20 hours into the game. So a lot of people bought Switches, bought this game thinking that they were going to flip it on and be able to immediately connect Pokemon Go and have that functionality. And then
you was wrong.
You fool you. You got to fucking play this game for 15 hours before you can unlock what you need to unlock to get there. So it is a freaking grind.
Boring.
And,
It looks pretty.
Melissa's down on it. I love it. I'm having so much fun with it. I'm 11 hours in.
It's like,
I'm only 3 hours in. I just beat Brock. I'm at Mount Moon right now, and it's I'm kind of at the point where I'm I don't know. I'm just shiny checking at this point.
See, I'm rushing through the game,
and I don't even mean to. It's just I'm so used to this in Go that I'm shiny checking things.
No, I'm rushing through the game just to get to Fuchsia City, but
I'm not rushing through it. I am letting this game surprise me. Yeah. I haven't seen any spoilers.
I can't even play because Ken is monopolizing the Switch.
So my bad.
What a dick!
I haven't even. And he won't even play with the frickin' Pokeball.
No.
That's all right. Hard stop.
Stupid.
Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this for a minute because we're supposed to be talking about the fucking APK, but in the APK is all the functionality for Pokeball Plus. So if you don't know, Pokeball Plus is the cute little. It's a little bit bigger than a ping pong ball controller that acts like a Joy-Con. It has one joystick that clicks in and then one soft button on top. Thing looks amazing. It looks like the size of a Pokeball when they shrink. You know how they have that magical ability to get small so you can throw them in your backpack?
Mm-hmm.
So they're about that size. It the tactile feel of the thing, amazing. Feels great, looks great. It feels right in your hand. Playing the game for me with this controller is a no-go. For one thing, it only has the 2 buttons. You have to click in the joystick for the A button. Whenever I would do this, I'd fucking shift the menu because I'm moving it. I'm moving the joystick.
Oh, and you hit the wrong attack. Yeah.
Hobbit hands.
All right, so that's one thing. Next, if I'm using it like a Go Plus, right? The Go Plus, obviously, what side is up and what side is down. When I'm holding this thing, I don't know where that top button is. I can't press it fast enough because unless I'm holding it in my hand the whole time the right way, if I were to just grab the thing and try to press the button, I'm pressing the bottom, I'm pressing the side, I can't hold it right. It's a little awkward.
I can't even connect it yet.
The game itself, playing the game, it's just my hand would cramp within 5 minutes of playing the game. I was I just fucking can't do it. Now, I'll leave it at that as far as the game is concerned. I used the Pokeball Plus to restock today in Red Bank and had it spin 100% of my stops for me with the auto spin, and it was the greatest fucking thing ever because all I did was focus on shiny checks. I wasn't catching Pokemon because I wanted to get the stops and I wanted to maintain, I'll end up catching stuff and then I go to restock and then I break even because I'm catching everything. But it was amazing with the fucking auto spin. I was I know what all these gacha players are like. It makes sense now why they like this fucking thing.
No, seriously. Well, the gacha, it stopped working. It it wouldn't spin stops for me.
Yeah,
Just
it was
call
like,
call
oh,
Niantic
cheater.
support. Hey, guys, I got this gotcha, and it's not working.
And they just came out with a
This
new one.
We
cheat
too.
saw it.
device. We saw it.
We saw it. The Gotcha Ranger. We saw it $50 or something like that. Oh yeah, I went into our GameStop, our new local GameStop by the new house for the first time.
You're never allowed in it,
Holy
Adam,
shit,
ever.
man! It's fucking awesome. It's massive, and it's like I've seen the
It's like
Think
half
Geek,
Think Geek.
but like we have a local to us. We have a full blown Think Geek store, but this was even nicer than that, and it just had so much shit, toys and collectibles. I was like, yo, this is fucking dangerous. She walks in, she goes, Adam could never come here ever.
Yeah, it's the first thing I said. Adam's
I know
never
the one
allowed
I
to
have
step
is
foot in
super,
here.
super tiny. It's a prestige store, so it has all those toys, but it's like they have one of everything.
No, maybe
they can't
tomorrow I'll
fit.
go there and I'll take some video.
No, this was like wall to ceiling, like floor to ceiling shelves, just fucking stocked, just completely packed with stuff. It was awesome. All right, let me get back to this APKmon. So all the Pokeball Plus support is in there. Meltan and Melmetal, the stats, everything's ready to go there. There's a hint at a November 2018 event. Now, we're already halfway through November, but there was like this list in the code that, went back to like 2016 and kind of gave everything a name. I guess whenever there was like a release of a Pokemon, like a special hat, Pikachu or something like that, it noted it. And then at the bottom, it said November 2018. So maybe something is coming. I don't know. It's just a little foreshadow. There's some code for Facebook friend integration. So I'm assuming that through your Facebook login to the game, if you use that as a login method, you're going to be able to send friend requests or something, or look for friends. There's ways that you can integrate your friends list, Candy Crush, all that shit, So if that happens, I think that from a social perspective, this is going to take this game to a whole new place. But I don't know what you're going to be able to do with a long-range friend, but maybe they'll have some kind of new benefit of having a long-range friend, via Facebook. I don't know. But it's in there. And then finally,
The Sinnoh Stone!
well, we were talking about this last week, and we were kind of, it was announced like 2 days later or whatever, but we knew that this was going to be that Gen 4 evolution item for existing Pokemon, and we got exactly that. Now, I think there was like 21 or 22 potential Pokemon that could evolve from Gen 1 through 3, and they gave us half. But we still can't evolve Eevee. We still can't evolve, a couple other Pokemon, but Togekiss and Honchkrow, Rhyperior, they're in there now, so I'm already seeing pictures everywhere. Now, this was what pissed me off. The Sinnoh Stone becomes available, and we find out that it gets delivered to us via the reward that comes along with your 7-day research breakthrough. I accepted my 7-day research reward at like 11 a.m. and then at 1 o'clock they announced that this is how you get the fucking Sinnoh Stone. So I had to wait a full week. I still haven't received it. I'm still waiting to get my first Sinnoh Stone. But Adam, you have one?
Yeah, so I thought that it was for the 7-day spin, and I was like, man, I got a steel coat. Are you flipping serious? And then I got my 7-day breakthrough. I got the Sinnoh Stone and kind of like freaked out a little bit, and I was like, what do I pick?
Did you use it?
What do I pick? I used it.
What'd you pick?
Because I have 100% Rhydon. And so I evolved it to Rhyperior. I just posted on the Instagrams.
Nice.
Is it like the
their
Rhyperior is one of the
Instagrams.
most funky looking Pokemon? They like squished him.
It is smaller than a Rhydon.
It's
Like,
so
if you put it in the
weird.
gym right now. They need to fix the sizing. 'Cause I'm pretty sure it's bigger.
I know
but,
Melissa wants Togekiss.
But it is funky. It looks weird.
I don't know. I have 2 shiny Murkrow, so maybe I'll go the Honchkrow route just because I have a shiny. But I do want to go meta relevant. But do I really need to? Like, could I just go for the swag?
I don't know. I dropped my Rhyperior in a gym when somebody was standing there with their car, and I kind of was like sneaking by, going slow, and I was like, "Oh, I see you guys. You getting ready to take down the gym?" And there was like 2 other Pokemon. Dropped the Rhyperior, gave it a berry, gave the other 2 a golden razz, and then destroyed them.
You're like
That's
psyched.
like
like,
Melissa's
yes!
style. Melissa is famous for like the highway gym snipe. Like we're driving down the highway.
Oh,
She's like,
yes.
oh shit! I just sniped that gym. She like drops someone in. Like it's like hit and run. Just beep beep. Yeah. Whatever's in
It's a
that
Caterpie,
position of the same
NCP.
button.
Doesn't matter. Whatever I could touch, whatever's closest to my thumb.
So funny. It's so funny. I don't know. It was interesting that this APKmon came to iOS first. I don't know what that means. I don't know if they're giving priority to Apple. They've always kind of done more stuff with Apple on the tech side. I don't know if this will be something we see going forward, but it was definitely weird.
Maybe they needed to do it because of the Pokeball Plus.
I don't know.
Something like that. I don't
Oh,
know.
you know what I hate about the fucking Pokeball Plus? You can't take the strap off. It's like built into the unit. So
you should be using that as your
You
guide.
just cut it with
for the
scissors.
top and bottom.
I was actually thinking about cutting it because I hate the strap.
I know.
I hate the
I can't
strap.
believe that.
Oh, Reversal broke his fucking
Yeah, did you
TV,
see Reversal's
threw the ball
post on
into the
Instagram
TV.
where he like broke
Did
his
he
TV?
really?
I don't. You think that was purpose? I think that was on purpose. Honestly, it was like for clicks or something.
Yeah.
It had to have
Show
been.
him that I broke
How
my
could I
TV
make the
like
internet
a fucking
mad?
Wiimote doing Wii bowling.
Oh my god.
So good. So good. All right, Adam, the CP rebalance happened. This is I know
Oh my
that,
God,
that
this was
that your
obnoxious.
Blissy's, it's like a bloodbath for Chansey and Blissey. they just dropped off the map.
Yeah, they just dropped. I can't even see. It's not even on my first screen. I have to like scroll down like 2 times.
So I'm not going to get into the
It's
details of the nerdiness of the formula, but pretty much and I'll link to it. So if you really want to see how it's all broken out, but it's pretty cut and dry. And ultimately the tone of this rebalance, what it did was it softened the difference between those Pokemon that had the most stamina, the highest hit points, and the lowest Pokemon with the lowest stamina and the lowest amount of hit points. They gave everyone a base modifier increase of 50 hit points. So if your Pokemon was like a glass cannon like Gengar that had exceptionally low hit points, you now could see 25, 30, 35% increase in total hit points just based on this 50 hit point buff that everyone got across the board. So now a Pokemon like Blissey, who had this huge stat, that got softened a little bit and it dipped down. Now, not to the extreme where it's still not the top defender in gyms, because it clearly is still the top defender, but it just brought the gap down and you see more of a reflection in that in total CP. So you have a lower total.
Yeah, and your Mewtwo's got like
Yep,
jacked.
Mewtwo's went way up. Well, again, because they're on that glass cannon side, they had such low, hit points that this 50 hit point buff just jacked them up. And then Blissey, even though their CP is down, their stamina is still strong enough to to hold their weight. Scizor, Pinsir got a big bump, 15% to their TDO. I think Gengar was like literally a 25% increase to hit points, so that was huge for it. Banette, Absol, Cacturn, up 25% in TDO. Deoxys.
I didn't even notice Cacturn. I have 100% Cacturn.
There you go. Now you can fucking use it. Deoxys actually picked up 34% in TDO. Now,
yes, I saw that. I was so excited.
but does it? I don't think with that 34% increase, it's not really making Deoxys a contender. But maybe it makes a little bit more sense as filler right now. And later on in the show, I'm actually bringing that. So I have an unusual spec'd out Deoxys. Breloom. Now, Breloom was one of the big winners here because actually Machamp got buffed as well. But Breloom now closes the gap significantly to Machamp as, the top attacking fighter based on TDO, because now it's, again, this rebalance did nothing to attack. It only affected stamina and defense. But when you look at TDO, total damage output, the longer that Pokemon can stay alive before fainting, the total amount of damage it can do during its life cycle, that's really the best metric.
Nerd.
Yeah, that's the best way to look at like the overall viability of that Pokemon. So Breloom's total damage output really got a nice lift and brought it to almost Machamp levels. So if you've got a good Breloom, now you finally have a way to, or a reason to use it.
I do. I just traded for
Little
one. And it's like 96%.
Tiny arms, tiny weird arms. So weird. And then the big losers were the big heavy tanks. Chansey and Blissey were the big losers. They saw like a 28% reduction in total hit points. Still the best defender, like I said. Snorlax lost 8%. Slacking was down something similar.
Wow.
Again, they're still going to sit at the top of the defense list when it comes to gym defending. They're just going to have a lower CP value, which I fucking want to scrap CP, so I could care less about the CP number. Just give me the real stats. Give me fucking IVs. Damn it. Don't flip a desk. All right. And like I said, I'll put the link in the description if you want to actually see the formulas, because the way they calculate stamina and defense are to have two separate new formulas. And again, this is kind of taking into consideration and leads me to believe that because the stat formula in Pokemon Let's Go takes attack and special attack, defense, special defense, and speed into consideration, that maybe down the road we could see these stats come to go, and that'll completely change everything again, and actually give a little bit more depth to Pokemon training and things like that. So hopefully that'll come. Adam, you want to run us through some of this new special research? Research?
My God,
let's start with the special research. Start there.
So it's a 9-part quest. The first part is spin 5 Pokestops or gyms, catch 10 Pokemon, transfer 10 Pokemon.
Easy peasy.
Which is, this is so easy. You literally catch 10 and transfer every single one of them. You get 1,000 Stardust, 5 Pokeballs, and an Incubator. As soon as I saw the Incubator, I was like, I need to go hit some Pokestops right now.
It was so weird having a regular paid Incubator that wasn't a Super Incubator. I haven't had one of those in a long time, since the last time they gave them out for free.
Right? I don't know. And I'm using them for 2Ks, obviously. And then the second part is earn 2 candies while walking with your buddy, make 10 great throws, hatch 3 eggs. So this is where that Incubator comes in. You actually have to take time and hatch eggs. But the rewards are 2,000 Stardust, 2 lucky eggs, and a fast TM.
So I love these rewards, because obviously the Stardust is good, but lucky eggs and TMs and Incubators, like this is good. This is so much better than fucking berries.
Hey, here comes the internet, but via Adam. I wish there were more Incubators that they gave out.
Agreed.
Even if there's one super Incubator or like another 2 regular ones just somewhere in here, I'd rather that over some of these Pokeballs or something.
Especially because they just had a Stardust event. Like, they could have.
You see, but that's the thing. They're doing the egg event now, so they want you to fucking buy them. That's the whole point.
Oh, they're bastards.
Right, but you can't tease me with the one Incubator and think that I'm gonna see. I'm like
another
going through this
one
quest
later on.
before I even saw this, and I was like, oh man, they're gonna give me an Incubator. And then I saw the third part, and I was like, nope, they're not. And then I looked at the rest, and I was like, yep, no, they're not. So the third part is catch a Ditto, which there's make 1 excellent throw quests all over the place. So I just keep stacking them.
Right. So
I want 100% Ditto.
This is what I was talking about with some spoilers here. So we're going to get into the spoiler territory because it's for your own good. Like Adam just said, the catch a Ditto quest, there's a field research, make 1 excellent throw that gives you a Pidgey. The Pidgey turns into a Ditto every time. If you get that quest and you're not yet on stage 3 of the Meltan special research, just sit on it and don't turn it in until you're ready to catch that Pidgey to get the Ditto. If you take too long and you have this quest still open and this make an excellent throw Ditto quest goes away, you could be hung up on this one just like people were with the Mew quest, where it could have been weeks where people were just dying to get frickin' Ditto. So if you get that quest, sit on it. It feels good when you sit on it.
Because it can turn into anything because it's Ditto. But anyways, so catch a Ditto, win 2 gym battles, and battle in 2 raids. So the 2 raids, that takes time. The 2 gym battles, that's you can pretty much do that whenever you feel like it. But like me, I worked all day and then I got out and it's past 7, so I can't, or 7:30, so I can't.
Yeah.
Read.
Yep.
So I have to wait till tomorrow to finish this. But the rewards for the third part is 10 Great Balls, 3 Incense, and 3 Max Revive.
Hell yeah on the incense. That's what I'm talking about. Again, they give us something nice.
I'm sitting on like 763 Max Revives, so this is like upsetting to have more Max Revives.
Oh my God.
Did you say 763? No.
I don't know. Let me look at the real number.
That's insanity.
All right.
I just ran out of incense.
Hold on.
Incense? Yeah, I haven't had incense in a bit.
Yeah, I have 766 Max Revives.
Why?
But anyways, okay, on to the fourth part. I don't know. Into the fourth part. So it's catch 5 Steel type.
Magnemite. And you can get shiny Magnemite.
Oh yeah, we forgot to talk about that. Catch 5 Electric type. And then earn 5 candies while walking with your buddy.
So Pikachus are spawning freaking everywhere. So this is really good for this catch 5 Electric type.
I have some new players at work, and the one person was like, "Hey, come here real quick." Pulls me out back and is like, "Look, I'm catching a Pikachu. I just wanted to show you." And I was like, "That's awesome, but it's shiny. Like, that's what those little sparkles mean.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
And she was like, what?
really?
It's shiny? And I was like, yes, like Ultra Ball, golden, and she doesn't have any golden raspberries, so I have to use a regular res. And I was like, I'm catching this for you. And I like gradually, I was like, whoop, excellent throw. I was like, sweet, you caught it, awesome. Okay, so anyways, but that was exciting. The part 4, the rewards for that is 4,000 Stardust, 5 Pineapple Berries, and 5 rare candies.
See,
which is huge.
Yeah, awesome rewards.
I mean, the Pineapple Berries can go away, but anyways.
Yeah.
Let's go Meltan. Quest number 5. Evolve a Grimer, catch 5 Slugma or Gulpin, make 20 great throws. So now that makes sense as to why I'm seeing so many Grimers, so many Slugmas, and Gulpin.
Right.
I haven't seen Grimer, but the Gulpins I've seen.
Well, yeah. Well, I guess Grimer's kind of like scarce, but I've seen tons and tons of Slugma.
Well, this is where the 7Ks could come in, because you can evolve in a Lowland Grimer and it will count for this. So this is just one, again, spoiler territory, but we're already here. Hold on to that Grimer candy until you get to this quest, because, you know, nothing will be worse than having like 51 candies and evolving a Grimer, then getting this quest, and you're like, fuck, I got 1 Grimer candy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, hold on to that candy till you get here. You know, don't evolve any Grimers from this point out until you get to this part of the quest.
Okay, the rewards for this are 5,000 Stardust, 20 Great Balls, and 5 Lure Modules.
That's legit.
Lured up.
Lured up.
What?
Yep.
All right, and then part 6 is Evolve a Magnemite, catch 5 Execute, and battle in 10 raids. So this is like
raids.
this
That's
is time
gonna kill
locked.
me.
That's gonna-
That is going to kill
A lot
me.
of people are going to take a lot of time here, because if you're a free-to-play player, this is a 10-day thing right away. You know, 10 days that you're going to get free raid passes, let alone 10 days to actually encounter a raid. But the 5 Execute, there is a field research that's not part of this Let's Go field research, but there was... I believe it's hatch an egg. So just simply hatch an egg. The encounter for that is Execute. So if you come across any of those, you may want to stack them.
And then the rewards for these are kind of like lackluster. You get 1 Silver Pineapple, a Steel Coat, which, like I said, I have too many. So I just delete them at this point. And then 10 Ultra Balls.
But you need that evolution item for stage 7, where you have to evolve a Scyther along with a Drowsy. And catch a Cubone. Oh yeah, Cubones are back too. I've been seeing a bunch of Cubones around too. Well, the rewards for that stage 7 are the 10 Ultras, a TM, and 3 premium raid passes. Again, mixing it up with the rewards. And really, they do this every time, where you could have a 9-stage or 9-step quest line, and really it wraps up on number 8. So this is really the last thing that needs a call to action. But catch 2 Ammonite or Kabuto, catch 2 Laleep or Anorith. I'm seeing Anorith everywhere, but no Laleep.
Yeah.
And then catch an Aerodactyl. Now, Aerodactyl, you're like, shit, I haven't seen an Aerodactyl in, a million years. There is a hatch 2 eggs Let's Go quest right now that yields a Aerodactyl encounter. So, if you get that quest, do not catch that Aerodactyl until you get to this part, because, again, man, they really put pressure on you to complete this quest line while the event is active, because once these spawns go away, it's going to be tough to complete these quests. If you're not going to have Aerodactyls around, you're going to wait for a wild Aerodactyl. Like, that's crazy. So
unless they plan on leaving these spawns like this for a while.
Well, I mean, they are. They're going until what?
The 27th, right? So we've got time on it, but I mean,
yeah. I really thought that. Like, I hadn't looked, and I'm like, man, at 4:00 at one of these days, like, I'm gonna just not see anything. I was like, I'm gonna put my incense on, I'm gonna get a lore module going, and then I went into news and was like, oh, the 27th. Okay, so I've got like a week.
One thing we didn't even mention too, with all of these quests steps, you're getting paid out in XP as well. Like, starting with 500, and it ramps up an extra 500 every time. Like, in this stage 8 here, you get 4,000 XP for each of these steps. And then the reward, 8,000 Stardust, and then you ultimately have a Meltan encounter and 1 star piece. And then you catch the Meltan, it goes into stage 9 of 9, and this is all stuff that'll already be defaulted as complete, so you don't even know like what it is. But 4,500 XP for each of that, and then you get 9,000 Stardust, a Super Incubator, and 5 Meltan candy, which is kind of cool. So,
Okay, so I do get my super incubator. All right.
Yes, you just gotta complete the whole thing. So I'm a huge fan of special research. I think it's really cool how they use it to push a narrative. I think it's perfect with the timing of Let's Go. I could tell that this could be overwhelming for people that don't focus on completing these special researches right away, because if you've got a screen filled with 3 field research tasks, then you swipe over and you've got, a Ripple in Time and the Spirit Tomb one and
the spooky
you could have
and Let's Go
all
Meltan.
this shit running at the same time. Like, that could be pretty overwhelming. And
yeah, I'm still seeing a lot of Duskull and Mischievous and Ghastly's actually.
Ghastly, it's like, used to be a not so exciting Pokemon in the wild for me because we would see him so much, but it's like now they could be shiny. It's like, what? But yeah, so I love the special research. This kind of goes hand in hand with the field research that's out. And remember, we're still in the bug month, so you have all this bug shit going on, all this Meltan shit going on. They completely flip all the research, and they come out with all new raid bosses. And they put Magnemite as a tier 1 raid boss, Mareep, Shinx, and Boozle. Magnemite, again, being shiny. Mareep I'm not really excited about, but Shinx is still like my go-to tier 1 raid. Like, if I see a Shinx, I'm freaking do whatever in my power to do it because, those are some in-demand candies. Tier 2 raids, Electabuzz, Lantern, Mawile, and Magnetric. Tier 3, Alolan Raichu is back, Scyther, Jolteon, Skarmory. We're going to do a Skarmory raid guide and battle party, but Jolteon is pretty cool to see there. Tier 4 is going to bring us Alolan Executor, Alolan Marowak, which could be shiny, Aggron, and Absol, which could be shiny.
I still need that Alolan Marowak.
Yeah, we got to do it, man. When that goes away, that could be one that falls off the radar for a while. Tier 5, still Giratina, and when we get to our Go Ranger check-in, Giratina is going away real soon, and the rumor mill has it that we could potentially see Evolutions as our next kind of raid feature raid boss, but we'll see. And then Deoxys, of course, is still our EX raid boss. A lot of cool stuff happening with the way they're delivering the narrative through research, and I find myself, like Melissa and I, we jumped in the car the other day and went and found 2 Nincada quests that were called out in our Discord, and now we've gone from Discord being this raid coordination tool to Discord being like a research coordination tool, which I think is really cool because it's bringing us to new areas. Like, I literally was oh my God, Google Maps, to all these different locations of, that I've never been to just to get these quests. And, we were able to pick up, 2 Nincada quests at once. So it was nice. It was real easy to complete. But I've seen a lot. Have you seen that in your Discord or your Facebook? Are people calling out
I've seen research? A lot of it, but I honestly haven't been in my group for a while. Like, I just kind of, I haven't been reading. I've been working all day and then getting out.
I feel you, man. Got to go to Bed Bath & Beyond, Home Depot. I just don't know if I'll have enough time. No, I feel you. It's definitely, it's been tough for me to raid. I really only get Sundays to raid, and it's also the time I would have to restock and catch. So it's like, man, how do I want to prioritize this? And I typically have to just prioritize restocking just so I can use the Go Plus. Because, again, this morning, no balls when I wake up. So, yeah, it's like every day. My balls, they're gone. I have none.
My balls. They're so low.
A couple bits of miscellaneous news before we get into our raid guide and battle party. Pikachu and Eevee hats are available for free in the Style Shop. These are, they're kind of cheesy. They're
lame.
I just tried them on.
They're cheesy like nachos.
Yeah, like just leave the Pikachu ears on. They're cuter.
Oh my God, the Detective Pikachu trailer. This is the greatest thing ever. It's the greatest thing ever.
I don't know.
I'll put the link in the description.
This is so amazing because it's got so many people talking that don't play Pokemon. They know who Pikachu is.
Melissa's in pain right now.
Is,
I could hear the pain.
They're so excited. So you've got all the Marvel fans that are like, whoa,
I know, and
Ryan Reynolds is playing a Pikachu, too, and it's in real life. And then you've got people like I have my coworker. like she's old. She doesn't play Pokemon. She knows what Pokemon is, but she goes, "Man, that looks like a really good movie." She's like, "That's something I would go like to the movies and actually go and see." She's like, "When's that come out?"
Well, it looks like the way that they made the Pokemon look. It looks amazing. I just don't know how I feel about Ryan Reynolds playing Pikachu. I mean,
it works,
but this opens up the window to like more Pokemon movies, but like with like in reality.
The next movie they're gonna cast a kid as Ash, and it's coming. Real life.
I know.
I'm telling you.
I just feel like he's gonna cheese out Pikachu, and he's gonna make Pikachu super fucking corny. Like
Wait. This is Detective Pikachu. This isn't Ash's Pikachu. So this isn't.
Yeah, but
this is a whole different Pikachu.
Then they need to, after this, release a real life one with Ash and Ash's Pikachu.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If this does well, I could imagine that's where it goes.
I don't know why they wouldn't do that first.
Who do you think they would cast as Ash?
You know, because it would make sense to do that fucking first and then, do Detective Pikachu. But,
It was like Melissa was the perfect reflection of the way the internet felt when that trailer came out. It was like it was like a roller coaster. People were so high on it and so low on it all at the same time. They're like, I like it, I hate it, I don't know, I can't tell, I hate it, I love it.
I need to see it, but I have reservations. I'm really scared. I'm petrified, to be honest, because I need it to be good.
Furry Jigglypuff, when he put up that like barrier or light screen or whatever, and Pikachu hits it and it goes,
yep, so good,
like dead.
It looks.
And then seeing the Charizard,
Charizard
biting Pikachu, I was like, "Holy crap! I am like terrified of Charizard right now."
They showed Charmander running down the street. And his little fiery tail looked amazing.
No, I'm telling you, this has significant potential. It comes out in 2019, I believe, in May. So we got plenty of time, but I'm psyched on this shit, man. I am all in. I am 100%. All in.
Ryan Reynolds better not fucking blow it and make it too Deadpoolish. That's what I'm afraid of. It's gonna be like, how Jack Black is just Jack Black in everything. Like he's just.
I know what you're saying. That it could be a little bit too campy. I get it.
Yes, I just don't do it to me, bro. Don't do it to me.
Just think of his washboard abs if he starts pissing you off.
I will. That's what I'm thinking of right now, actually. And it's making me very happy. You can see the smile on my face.
All right, let's check in with the Go Ranger app real quick.
What's up, everybody? It is Go Ranger Matt, and this is the Go Ranger Check-In.
All right, there's a lot of stuff on here that's worth noting, mainly be on the lookout for. This is like the biggest I've ever seen this section on the app because there's so much going on here. He's got all the shiny babies. He still has shiny Shinx on there. Badoo. He has Aerodactyl noted. Oh, yeah, now that Kabuto and Ammonite are back into the mix a little bit, they could be shiny. Make an excellent throw for the Ditto. Caterpie is still in the mix for shinies. And some dates that you're going to want to know. By the time you hear this podcast, Giratina is going to be gone. So we don't know what's coming next, but Evolutions, maybe the release of Leafeon, Glaceon, maybe, who knows? But Giratina is going away. Melissa and I did her first Giratina today. How'd that go for you, Melissa?
It wasn't my first, actually. It was my second.
Ooh.
It was. And I fucking... Oh my...
She's like, I threw the ball, and it didn't want to get caught.
I threw 8 balls away. I could not hit this motherfucking Pokemon for my life. I mean,
it was like, stop making fun of me, Melissa. Stop making fun of me.
Every time I tried to throw a curveball, this shit would not. It was just like I was just too short.
It would be like, look at my legs, Melissa. Don't you like my stubby little legs?
No, I fucking hate you. And then the last 3 balls, I actually.
But she's like,
hit him.
I just threw 1 away. Oh shit! I just threw 2 balls away. Oh shit! And it just went that way for the first 8. I go, you gotta be fucking serious. I was like, this is so funny.
I had like fucking 14 balls, 14 chances, and I think I hit him 3 times.
And it was so funny because I hit her with the the real chauvinistic, like, you want me to catch that for you? Like you need some help.
I just looked at him, fucking evil beams coming out of my
stubby
eye.
legs need Ken to catch us.
None of us caught him.
Nope, did not. None of.
He ran from all of us.
Yeah, so that kind of sucked, but I told her, I was like, if it runs from you, I'll just trade you one. So you'll get your Giratina, but just through a trade. But by the time you hear this podcast, Giratina will be gone. The Hatchathon, the Sinnoh Hatchathon, 8 days from the time of this recording. So it ends on Tuesday, November 27th. So we have some time there. The Let's Go celebration with all the increased Kanto spawns and the Pokemon. They really said that they're Pokemon that spawn less in Let's Go. They're kind of reinforcing so you could transfer them. But that's going to go for another 8 days as well. And then the Shedinja Research Breakthrough goes through December 1st. So, before 4 p.m. Eastern, if you accept it, you'll get it.
Yeah, I'm going to get 2 more. I still have mine.
I'm the same way. And I have 2 Ninkatas that I can transfer right now. And when I do, I'll have enough candy to evolve Ninjask. So I think my Sinnoh badge will be up to like 28 or something like that. I've got to check, but those are the important dates. And the Let's Go raid event, Friday, November 23rd. This is what they're expecting to be the evolutions to come. So we'll see what happens there. And unless there's an official, blog post from Niantic, you never know for sure exactly what's coming, but
listen, hold on quickly. Can we open up our games and see what our kilometers are at right now?
Oh, for adventure sample.
This is what we're going to get cashed in tomorrow, unless we're going out for midnight walks. Yeah. I currently have the second tier unlocked because I walked 39.1 kilometers this week.
I'm at 35 even.
Hold on.
Melissa's like 0.2 kilometers.
Wait. I'll tell you in 1 second. It is 5.8.
No,
hey, at least you got the first tier.
I was thinking to myself that I really am going to start challenging myself to hit this 50K every week. I think that would be a cool little personal goal, and my dog will appreciate it because I'm just going to go for long dog walks, and she'll appreciate it, and I'll get some health benefit out of it, and I'll get some extra prizes. But I mean, like that 10K that you can get from the 50K reward, that's like, the Riolu chance from there is very high. So it's like, that's what I need. I need an open egg slot and a 50K reward so I can get this Riolu. All right, you guys ready to do this battle party? Are you ready?
What?
Battle what?
Okay, everyone. All right.
Yes.
I'm not going to do it in slow motion. I'm just going to do it, and we're going to fucking sing along, okay? And when you mess up, don't stop. Just
everyone
keep
sitting
going,
home is like, what?
Okay? Battle party. Ooh, ooh, battle party. Ooh, ooh. I don't know. I couldn't tell.
You guys love it. You guys love it. All right, Ken, talk to us. What is this Skarmory raid guide all about? What is it?
It's a steel flying Pokemon, tier 3 boss, 13,859 CP.
What is the 100% catch rate?
No, 100% catch will be 1,204 CP or boosted 1506. So 1,204, 1506. It's boosted in Windy and Snow. It's weak to Fire and Electric. This is a good opportunity to use Fire Pokemon. Underutilized in this game.
Fire!
Fire! And actually, Moltres is going to be the top counter here. So if you happen to have 6 decked out Moltres, you could potentially solo a Skarmory. Now, this is going to be a tough solo. Not as tough as Claydol, but still tough nonetheless. So if any of you guys out there have 6 Moltres or maybe 3 strong Moltres, 3 strong Zapdos or, Raikou or something like that, and you can pull off a solo, tag us in a post. We would love to see it. We'll definitely give you kudos on the show next week if you could pull it off. All right. Best counter, like I said, Moltres with Fire Spin, Overheat, Zapdos with Thunder Shock, Thunderbolt is good, Raikou, Thunder Shock, Wild Charge, Electivire. So the first time we're seeing a Gen 4 Pokemon, you're going to start to see this more and more with, Rhyperior probably stepping in and Magmortar stepping in. But this is the first time we've seen a Gen 4 Pokemon step into the raid meta here. But Electivire, Thunder Shock, Wild Charge, and Entei with Fire Spin and Overheat. You can use a bunch of different fire attackers here, Flareon, Charizard, and different electric type, but the ones I mentioned are going to have the best TDO and the best resistances, and take, on neutral weather days and things like that. So this is what I'm bringing. Now, if I'm trying to solo this thing, I don't have 6 good Moltres, but if I try to solo this, I have 3 good Moltres and 3 good Zapdos. I also have 2 good Raikou. So I'm going to try a combination of my 3 good Moltres and my 3 Zapdos, 3 Raikou combination of that. So I'll definitely bring 3 Moltres and then 3 of the others, depending on what works out better. And then if I have a group, I'm going to bring a little bit of diversity here. I'm going to bring Moltres, Zapdos, Raikou, Entei, Charizard, and I mentioned earlier in the show, a electric spect Deoxys. So you could have a Deoxys with Charge Beam Thunderbolt. Why the hell not? I think this is a good opportunity to use Deoxys, and I'll put him in the anchor. I probably wouldn't even get to him anyway, but I could say, hey, Deoxys was in my party. Adam, I see you have a very colorful party here.
Well, it's just different colored than, the normal. I'm going to bring my shiny Ho-Oh, my shiny Moltres, my shiny Charizard, my shiny Typhlosion, my shiny Zapdos, and last but not least, my 100% Ninetales.
Oh, you're so
shiny. I still have not traded in for any shiny Cyndaquil, so I'm still 0 for 0 in that family line.
Well, like I said, I have like 18, so calm down.
Right,
I got you.
Come to Jersey.
It's snowing. It's bad. I can't drive that far.
And Melissa, what do you got?
6 Snorlax?
Oh, I'm bringing some fun stuffs.
Not even
I'm
one?
gonna bring Moltres and Entei and a shiny Charizard and Blaziken, my dude, and a shiny Ampharos because he's pink, and Witch Hat Raichu, bitches.
The most useless anchor ever. And you would think that you would use Santa Hat because that's more relevant than the past. It's like the witch. No, October's done.
It has to be the Witch Hat one.
That's so funny. That'd be a motley ass crew. But yeah, man, shiny Charizard. I haven't had an opportunity to use that a lot. So such a badass.
Yeah, mine came back immediately when I left it in the gym on the way home today. It was like, it literally was like, you got one coin.
You put him in and then you turned around and he came right back.
Like, yes.
Dude, that's how Red Bank is like. It turns over so fast. Like by the time I got home, everyone was back. It's like, God damn, it just turns over like crazy. But that is pretty much going to wrap up today's show. Thank you everyone so much for listening. Please check out luredup.com for everything we're doing. We are at Gotta Watch 'Em All pretty much everywhere on social media. Connect with us. Email us, info@luredup.com. And please, if you get a chance, leave us a review in iTunes or Stitcher. That would really help us out greatly. And we would really, really, really give you a virtual high five if you do so. It would help us a lot. And that's pretty much it. If you want to hear more Let's Go coverage, make sure you check out the Gotta Watch 'Em All podcast. And again, everything you can get at gottawatchemall.com, luredup.com, get all that shit there. So, you guys got anything else?
Yeah, get out there and get those kilometers in. Get that 50-kilometer,
Yo, 50K goal next week.
unlocked.
I'm going to hit it. Mark my words.
That's my goal. That's my goal this week, honestly.
You know what? I say you guys just go and be filthy fucking casuals. Put your fucking game down. Turn it off. Just let it sit there for a hot minute. Don't fucking catch anything. Fuck Community Day. Fuck Pokemon Go. Just fuck it.
Damn.
I'm kidding.
What just happened? I don't even know what's going on right now.
That escalated
go out
quickly
and
as
catch them all
hell.
because we love them.
I was like, where's she going with
Actually, you know what? I think there could be a Snorlax thing going on right by my house. So
Melissa found a Snorlax spawning pattern.
I did.
So
I have to continue testing it. So
every day at 5:30, same spot, she's caught a Snorlax.
For the last couple days.
It's happening.
It's happening.
She may have found it's not a nest, but it could be a recurring spawn, which could be really cool.
Yeah, so maybe tomorrow I'll try and test it. Maybe I'll try and grab some video of it. Go catch all those Snorlax and then transfer them all to me so I can have a whole entire thing of Snorlax.
It's like, God damn, 1,500 Pokemon. What do you have?
Yeah,
all Snorlax.
All Snorlax.
That's how my box was for Delibird. I swear if they don't do an increase for bag space by Christmas, I'll be so sad. All I want for Christmas is more bag space. More bag space.
I just want to be able to delete eggs so I can get rid of 5 kids. All right, everyone. Thank you guys so much. We'll see everybody next week. Bye-bye.